Hello and welcome, my name is Draco Void and today we're going to be going over a little bit of what's new in 3.5 and how this is going to affect us going forwards. So the first and more major thing that I think is worth noting is Kingdom Power. This is now a lot easier to understand and a lot easier to upgrade to a certain point. After I'd say around about the 5-star mark, it's actually harder than it was before, but for the early bit easier and definitely a lot easier to understand. As you can see here, we're at power level 0 because we haven't done a lot. Collect 2 Adana troops, we've got that. Upgrade 1 to level 5, we've already done that. And complete all the quests. So all we have to do in order to complete this first one is go through and do the kingdom quests. Not very difficult, and you'd have your first star, which will give you 100 gold per day. Now you'll also notice that it goes all the way up to 20. I haven't looked too far into how easy it is to do this or if it's even possible yet. I'm going to presume it's not. I know there are some where it's impossible, so we'll see what comes of that. But on a lot of them there are tasks which will suggest more content coming in certain kingdoms, which is nice, you know. Kingdoms that don't have specific classes and things like that will, it looks like, be getting them, which could open up more in the game for your hero. That said, the other big thing is in classes. So we'll use Warlord because it's the only one that we've got open at the minute. You still get your standard win this many to get that, you still get your standard upgrades, and you still got your traits available and you boost from level. But we now have talent trees where from gaining experience from just doing battles with your hero using a class, you will rank up and be able to pick one of these for each slot. Now it doesn't matter which one you pick in terms of how often you do it. You can swap them around as much as you like. There will be no cost for that at all. So let's have a little look. Frosty, game 4 attack, or Raksha, that's not going to be used. Game 5 attack and PvP. I'm going to have that one because, well, I'll explain why in a minute. And let's see, gain 2 attack when I take damage. Immune to burning and fairy fire. Gain 2 magic infusing jewellery. I think we'll have immunity to burning and fairy fire for now. Might change. So you can see here you need to get 2 more levels. It'll tell you exactly how many levels you need for each one right there. If we back out of that, it will tell you how much XP you need for each level. So the reason that we've picked the PvP one is because firstly we still want to focus on PvP for our gold collection, but also we want to focus on PvP now to be getting ingots. Now ingots are used to upgrade your weapons. Weapons are now upgradable, which is fun. So if we click the one that we're currently using, we now have this option. You can see this will cost 1, and then you gain +1 attack when you cast, or +4 armor when you cast, and so on and so forth. Obviously, the more basic the weapon, the more basic the additions, by and large, it seems. You can see that's a little bit better, and a bit of damage and stuff. So this is where, now early game, some of these may become better than just using Sword of Heroes. We're still going to use that for now because we can't upgrade anything, but it's possible that some of these may become more wanted. Also, some of the kingdom upgrades that I didn't want to click that I was showing you before for your power upgrades. Sometimes some of these will require you to upgrade a weapon. I'm fairly sure they're fully upgrade the weapons. There might be some that are just one stage or two. I've not seen those as of yet on my main account, but that might just be because I'm further ahead. It's quite possible that on the lower levels that there will be steps, but they will be the weapons for that kingdom. So that's the other thing you'll notice now with weapons. They've all got a kingdom associated with them, and will be reflective of that. Okay. That said, let's go into PvP and we'll see if we can get an ingot to show you. You can essentially gain any one of the ingots on this because they do range from like common all the way up to the rarest of rare, mythic-y, legendary, epics, you know, the usual scale, and will be used with their corresponding weapon. Okay, let's fight these. Seems a reasonably fair fight, I guess. As you can see, we're using Sword's Edge, but we are still Broken Spire with our hero class. I haven't looked too much into whether the weapon will affect bonuses. I presume not. I presume it will go on hero as opposed to the weapon, but I'm not entirely sure. You might get a bonus for using matching or something like that. But we'll test that in a minute. I'm sure we've got a Broken Spire weapon. There's bound to be one, and you would expect it to be an early game one. By and large, it's not going to change the overall gameplay. I think everything's going to work pretty much the same way it's always worked. The only difference is that the further into late game you get, the harder opposition is going to get, because the differences between where people are at is going to be a lot more visible. Okay, this board's looking dangerous. Whew. I was a little bit worried we weren't going to manage that. There you go. As you can see, we got a common ingot, and we got 2 XP for our warlord class. If you can move to a better class than Warlord, it's probably better to be putting XP on those. We'll be doing that soon, because we don't really want to be wasting our time leveling up Warlord too much. It's not going to be one of the better ones, at least not in my opinion. I expect that the ones that have always been decent will continue to be so, but play around with it and have a look, see which one has the applicable abilities that you would like to use that'll fit your team, really. Whether it's one that's going to give you a Dark Storm, or one that's going to, you know, aid a certain type of troop. I only picked Darkstorm because that's the one I'm using on my main. But there's a very wide variety of different abilities, and you really just need to look at what's going to work in relation to the team you're using. There is still a cost for swapping between classes. There is not a cost though for picking the abilities as you wish. So if you find one that will work with more than one scenario team that you use, that'll be the one to go with. Let's see, what we got here. Oh yeah, we went up to, didn't even clock that. Yeah, I mean, that's basically all there is to that. As you can see, if we want to, we can now upgrade any of those. Do we have? There's Broken Spire. So if I have a look at bonuses now, actually, I'm using a Sword's Edge weapon. So do I have Sword's Edge troops? Probably not. I'll probably have to check this on my main, and I will cover it next time if that's the case. Oh, we do. We do. We have Sword's Edge troops. Let's just chuck them in here. Right. So no, your weapon doesn't count. I didn't think it would do, but now we have confirmation that although it's a Sword's Edge weapon, it will not count towards your Sword's Edge bonus. That is only going to respond to your hero class, as has always been the case. So there you go. Let's see. Do we want to gain one attack every time we cast it? I think we do cast it pretty quick. Yeah, why not? There we go. Probably pointless doing it on a Sword's Edge one, because I mean we haven't got that unlocked yet. That's over here. I'm fairly sure it'll still be locked. I think it's level 25 for Sword's Edge. That said, let's try and make it visible. We'll unlock this one. Yeah. Level 25. So we'll work our way to it. We will get there eventually. We've got a few unlocked at this point, so we have chances for tributes at least. Not a very high chance, but we do have a chance. Today's I got a whole 1 tribute. Right, moving onwards, we got daily tasks are now available not just on console but also on PC mobile and anywhere else that you play Gems of War, because I know it's on Amazon and all those things now. So I mean, it's going to be on every possible convenient platform soon, but whatever it's on, I'm sure these will be available to it when it comes out. Now, these are interesting in terms of how they change, because later on in later game, in my main account and other people that are probably level 500 plus, I'd guess at, you'll get a lot of these will just be win battles with a certain team or things of that nature, or spend keys, things like that. But while you're low level, these become less like dailies and more like goals to work up to. Whereas you'll have one that is what I'd call a proper daily, where it just wants you to complete something and you can change it. The other ones are things that it wants you to work up towards, to almost give you a guideline point as things that you should be aiming at. Well, for instance, this, it's just trying to teach you how to disenchant, so it wants you to go do that. I don't really recommend it, but if you're gonna do it, just chuck a common just to get rid of it. See the next one. This one you just got to reach level 25, and then this will be replaced. It will be replaced with a new one straight away, whereas the daily ones you have to wait until the next day once you've completed all 4, but these ones seem to reset straight away as long as there's a new progression quest, if you like. It's what I'd like to call these. These aren't daily quests, they're progression quests. And I think that's an interesting part of this system. Obviously I don't have this on my main, but a lot of you that are watching this for help in early game might look at these and think, well, they're not daily, and that's why they're just a progressional quest. Maximize your bonuses. I presume it's saying 1, it just wants me to get 1 mastery, which is a bit on the easy side. It basically just means a level up. This one we got to level up twice. I suppose we'll have a quick see if that is the case. You can see that now calls it a +1 sort of heroes. Okay. So I'm just going to go through this and get us a level just to see if I'm correct about that only needing 1 mastery. I presume it is. That's certainly what it looks like. I like to make sure. We can now shut that out. Huh. I guess that 1 attack isn't when you cast, but straight from the start then. It must be straight from the start. So there we go. I've learned something in this as well. I think we'll take the green. Okay. First time we've been silenced, apparently. Rowan paying dividend for us. There's a chance that we might get a lucky skull drop. Oh yes, although it sort of dropped off for them as well, but that's okay. We'll just replace it. as we go round. And that'll do it. Okay. So again we got common. It won't always be common, but that is going to be the most regular one. Of course, the higher the rarity, the less chance you're going to get it. Same as with trade stones, really. Always is 2 times XP from what I can tell. I think there are going to be events where you can have higher rates for that, but I might be wrong. Something to do with events was mentioned, but I haven't looked too much into that. Right, let's go again because we didn't get our level up. Ooh, what a nice start. Okay. Ooh, shouldn't have done that. Ah well.
Mana surge.
Not overly concerned. Does seem that our hero's got a lot of attack so early on. I'm not complaining. And that is that. Should be our level up, I think. Oh no. We're not as close as I thought we were. Okay. Well, we'll keep going until we get it. Take that. It was a bit risky, it could have dropped a skull there for them.
Mana surge.
Yes, it's fun to take risks now and again. I don't like snowmen. Snowmen and me do not get along. Also, this is not a good thing. This needs to go. When you're using an all blue team, Lamprey is not what you want to see. His chance is not that high, but he has a chance of devouring, and if he does, we're going to lose. So, let's try and get rid of that. Didn't think that was going to be enough to kill everyone. But it did. And we got a level up. Oh, there we go. We got a rare ingot this time. That's nice, and we went up a champion level. Double the niceness. Green, because we want green and yellow. We're not going to make a mistake like we did before. And that is not what I wanted to see. Focus into a few specific mana types to maximise your bonuses. but it doesn't say how much to put into each one, and it just says out of 1. I'm not sure how far you have to go with that. Not clear. I'll see. These normally give you a nice clear statement. When it's that you have to do battles with a certain troop, it always tells you that you've done like 3 out of 8 or whatever it is that you got to do. This one, none out of 1, but you got to do it in a few specific mana types, so it should be more than 1 then. Not sure on that, unless you just got to get one of them up to a certain level, but then it doesn't tell you what level that is. I guess we'll just have to see when it pops up, but very strange. That one I don't like. I don't plan to do White Elm challenges, so we will get a new task. There you go. On the chest menu, use 10 gold keys and it'll give you a gem key. So this will show you what I mean. If you open 2 of them, we got something we didn't have. And then it says 2 out of 10. This is how the system's supposed to work, and that's just not. But it might just be poorly texted, or maybe I'm just being thick. If someone understands this properly and can explain it to me, please feel free to put in the comments below, because I am unsure. I will continue and do that off video, I think, just to get up to there. And I think that about covers it. So I'll wrap it up there, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll like, subscribe and continue following my videos as we progress and gain levels and experience together. Okay, bye guys.